This video I'm going to take you through a little bit of my winter prep. Earlier in the week I went to get some bedding for Tizzy as she'll be coming in for winter soon. So I have the blue ribbon pellet bedding and that's all stacked up. Next on the agenda is stacking up on the fibre beet and sugar beet because I have the speedy beet because she has this as a haylage replacement. So let's carry this over to the feed room, kind of feed space. Let's go. Okay, feed in the corner. I've taken the feed that was at the bottom of the bin out so that I can put the new feed in, and we're on a nice rotation. Will I be able to pull the magic string? Let's find out. Is it you? No? One way of doing it. Oh. Second time lucky. Is there like, do I have to undo it? I don't understand this world we live in. Who are these people that get this first time? Okay, feed is stocked up for now, and I have also stocked up on haylage. This will be the first bale to be unwrapped. All my hay nets are out of storage, my carabiners for my hay nets. Got a nice big pile there. I have 11 large haylage bales and I'm hoping that might last for winter, but we'll let you know. See how the budgeting slash forecasting of how much haylage we're going to use goes. It's only 1 week until Tizzy comes in. I think they're starting to have eaten all the grass down, which is why I'm prepping this week. So let's go and get a few more winter essentials into the stable. First up in the stable, it is time to get the 200 gram rugs down because it is meant to go to minus temperatures this week. So let's go up and get them out. One down, 2 down. Tizzy is already in hers because she goes into hers a little bit earlier when the temperatures drop below 8, so we don't need to get her another one. Next up is to prep the pig oil. What do you use pig oil for, I hear you say? So basically I spray this on their legs once they're clean and dry, and it kind of keeps the mud off slash makes the mud easier to take off in winter. So I've got an empty fly spray bottle that I'm going to decant this into, and then I will be spraying their legs all through winter to try and keep that mud fever at bay and make it easier for me to get that clayey mud off. So let's see if I can tip that into there without wasting any. Oh, so close. Oh dear, I was doing so well. Okay, pig oil spray in the gang. I also switch out the Kevin Bacon hoof dressing. That can go into storage over winter for the hoof solution. Oh no, hold on. The liquid hoof dressing, the hoof solution is the thing I put on the bottom of their feet. Just because in winter, the hoof dressing, the solid one, it gets quite solid. I mean, it is solid, so you would think, yes, Beth, of course it does. But it's really hard to do, so I prefer to have that one in winter, and I also, when their hooves are nice and clean, put this on the bottom to stop them getting like squidgy, horrible frogs. And then this, the Caranday and Martin Protection Plus, is like a godsend, and I cover their kind of the thinner skin, their legs, if there's any signs of mud fever or anything, and this really helps Tizzy. She got really bad mud fever one year, and I just put this on her legs every morning and she didn't get it. So that is my winter essentials done. In a few days time, all I have to do is prep Tizzy's bed, start soaking her feed, and then start putting hay nets out in the field. So we'll come back to you when it is time to prep the stable. It is time! It is going down to -4 degrees this week, so it is time to make the final preparations before bringing Tizzy in. So I'm just gonna do some hay net filling, then we're gonna put the bedding in the stable, and then I think tomorrow will be Tizzy's first night in. So let's just get the hay nets prepped and ready to go, and then we'll crack on with the stable. Look at that. Hay net prep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 nets. That is 5 days worth for Rue and Estrid, who will be living out all winter. So I'll just take them up and put them into the hay boxes in a little bit. But first up is the stable prep. The GoPro camera batteries have just frozen and died, so I'm sorry I'm using my phone for this little bit. It is actually now -4. It's a little bit chilly. So just finishing off the bedding, I've just put the leftover bedding from last year down where I know she's most messy, and then I'm going to put the new bedding around the edge, because I always bring older bedding into the middle and then I put newer bedding around the edge. So we're just going to make her a nice little fluffy bed, and then we can go and make up her mash, make sure she's got water in here, and go get her out of the field. Don't run out. Ta-da! Bed all done and down. Look at it. Look at those clean lines. Oh yeah. It's so satisfying to put a brand new bed down. I really like it. It never stays like that. I don't know why equestrians are so obsessed with like making a perfect bed for a horse, because 1, they don't care, and 2, it doesn't stay like that. I've also got all my winter selection of rugs that I use day to day out. So I've got my travel rugs, my magnetic travel rugs. I've got my high-vis. They'll definitely be coming into a lot of action in the next few weeks. Then I've got my Thermatex cooler for post-ride cooling down. And then I've got my Thermatex stable rug down here, my little one, for Tizzy. That'll go on when she comes in at night. There's much debate about rug changes, I feel, overnight when you bring your horse in. I keep Tizzy in her turnout rug if it's dry and clean, because and if it's wet or dirty, then I will change her into this rug. And then instead of putting she's in a 200 gram at the moment, instead of putting a 400 gram on, I would put this on or something similar underneath, and then take the top layer off when she comes into the stable. I don't know, that's just what works for me and what I find easiest. She's got her water bucket down here. She does have an automatic drinker, but I don't really like them. I don't know how much they're drinking. That freezes quite easily as well, so I always have a bucket just in case. So yeah, the stable is ready for the Whizzlebutt. I just need to make up her mash actually, so that's light, it's not ready. I need to make up her mash, put it in here, and then it's ready for the Whizzlebutt. Time for Tizzy's mash. So Tizzy is having mash as a replacement for haylage. So she's actually having 1 stub scoop, so these kind of round scoops. I don't know if all nations have these. What kind of scoops do you have around the world? I don't know. But she has 1 stub scoop of sugar beet and 1 stub scoop of fibre beet, and then she has, it's a 1 to 2.5 ratio, so then we're going to fill that with water so we can all soak up. She's actually having a little treat tonight, and we're going to use hot water because normally I would soak it overnight, so it's had, like, no, through the day, so it's had a good 12 hours. But this, if you add hot water, it only takes 15 minutes to break down and soak. So that's what she's having tonight. Isn't she lucky? Nice little warm mash on this cold night. Let's mix them up. Yum. Let's go put some fluid in this. It's also a very good way of hydrating your ponies in winter. Hay net number 1. Then pony feeds. Tizzy actually still eats her feed out there in the little alley bit while I put all the hay nets out, and by the time she's finished, I've finished putting the hay nets out, and then she comes in. Hay net number 2. This one's almost as big as me. Well done. Halfway down. Little. It's your first night in of the season, of the winter season. And we won't even have to wash your legs because it's so icy, you're not muddy. Snack time. Come on. You have no idea what's waiting for you. A nice hot mash. We can just brush it off. We don't want any chunks of mud in our stable, do we, Wizzle? Look at that. A lovely hoof. Straight in.
She knows the deal.
Look at her. She's literally just had her dinner and she's like, head in the bucket. I love it. Do you like when they come in and they're happy and they're munching and you feel like you're doing the right thing? Because she's starting to get maybe a little skinnier than I would like, so the timing is good.
So what's the idea of Tizzy having mash?
Well, as I have said, she can't eat haylage anymore because she's got arthritis in her jaw and her teeth are getting old. So mash means she gets all the calories, fibre, nutrients she needs. I still give her haylage if she wants, but literally this will last her almost a whole week. She just can't chew it. So she's an old lady.
She doesn't think she is, though.
No, she doesn't. She's an old lady. Sadly, the new Thermotex stable rug is too small for her. I had it second hand this year and I hadn't tried it on. So, going back to ye old faithful stable rug. Look at that. Snug as a bug.
Jeez, come up for air, Tizzy.
Are you enjoying that? Look at your nose. This is night 1 of Tizzy's winter stabled overnight. Now for the long old haul till she goes back out at night, probably in March when we move to Summerfields. So that is the end of lions for me.
Lions?
Lions! Rawr! And lie-ins. That's fine though. I would do anything for Tizzy. Ready? Have a good night. Enjoy your mash, Wiggle. Enjoy your mash.